So, Excel. Go ahead and just create a new workbook, and this is the template that you're gonna get. Hopefully you guys have used Excel at some point, but in case you haven't, we'll just kind of do a basic overview, and your assignment can just be making some kind of sample project. This can be you know, uh, something that's personal, organizational. It could have to do with, planning something out for another class. It could have to do with something financial. It can be completely made up. Really anything. But Excel is mainly used for planning, similar to Access, which we'll be going over next week. Charting, any kind of information for any kind of task. So you'll see a lot of similarities to Microsoft Word. That you've got your font options, your font size options, this basic layout. So for mine, I'm going to be putting together a shot list. So here you have your lettered columns and your numbered rows. You can zoom in and out just like with Word to get a closer look if you've got a lot going on. You can alter the width of this if you have to insert a lot of text. So I'm going to be making a shot list for a class that I'm teaching, for a filmmaking class. So I want these headers, and I have these in red. So for my first column, I'm going to have scene. Then for my second, I'll have, maybe shot name. Oops. If I want to keep that in red, I just keep that selected. Then I could have maybe camera angle. Okay. Again, we can widen that just by clicking and dragging. Let's see. Maybe the next one I'll have maybe something like environment. And then I'll have maybe notes. Yeah. So something basic for another class. So, for the scene, or maybe for the, actually I'm going to change this to shot list, not that it really matters. So I'll have this, maybe just keep this numbered. I could say, 1A, or, 1B, 2A, 2B, like a basic, detailed outline. And for the shot name, I could have something that says, well, actually, let's do this a little bit differently. I'll change this to device. So maybe I'll have this be shot with an iPhone, found footage, this could be anything, anything that applies. Camera angle, I could say close up, then the second shot might be a far shot, something like that. Environment could be exterior, then the second one could be interior, etc. Sample notes that I could have, such as, slow motion shot, maybe tracking shot, something like that, camera movement. This is expanded on a little bit, but here's basically my shot list. And so at any point I can alter this, changing the font. You also have the ability to insert different elements, tables, pictures, a lot of interesting and diverse aspects to Excel that you do not have to do for this assignment, since this class is going to go by fast with these weekly assignments, and it's okay that they're just overviews. But there are some great aspects of Excel. For instance, it can do all kind of math for you. So here I have another basic spreadsheet, and by the way, I use this yellow fill-in tab. So instead of changing the color of the text itself, it just filled in the background of these headers. Just another way to just distinguish them. So let's say that I run a business and these are the employees, and I want to figure out how many hours are left from the standard 40 hours in the week that they're going to work. So if I just want to do very quick subtraction math here, I could actually insert the formula. So I could do 40 minus B2, which is going to correlate with John, and it does that math, 40 minus 12, instantly for me, so it shows me how many hours he has left to work. So that's just kind of another example of how you can use Excel. It will do math equations for you. That's actually the function where you could put that in the tab here. Is a different way to insert that manually, but you can also put it in the rows. So a lot of numerical potential as well, but fairly straightforward. You don't have to make anything that is completely accurate. All I care about is that you can set up a basic Excel spreadsheet, and then when you're ready, you will just be saving this and turning it in as your sample Excel document. And that is the assignment for the week.